In today's rapidly evolving workplace, the ability to solve problems effectively has emerged as the cornerstone of professional success. Problem solving is not merely a desirable trait but a fundamental necessity that distinguishes exceptional performers from their peers. As organizations navigate increasingly complex challenges in a volatile global landscape, the demand for skilled problem solvers continues to grow exponentially. Problem solving is what separates the extraordinary from the ordinary. It is the cognitive process that enables individuals to identify obstacles, analyze situations, develop creative solutions, and implement effective strategies to overcome challenges. In a professional context, problem solving is the process of removing or eliminating operational or strategic obstacles that hinder the achievement of business goals. Companies actively seek professionals with advanced problem-solving capabilities across all industries and sectors. From researchers and engineers to managers and consultants, problem solvers are the driving force behind innovation, efficiency, and organizational success. The more complex the problem you can solve, the greater your potential value to an organization. The anatomy of problem solving in professional settings. Defining problem solving in the business context at its core. Problem solving in a business environment involves implementing processes that reduce or eliminate obstacles preventing the accomplishment of operational and strategic objectives. It requires a systematic approach to identifying issues, analyzing root causes, evaluating potential solutions, and executing remedial actions. Consider the case of Satya Nadella, who became Microsoft's CEO in 2014 when the company was struggling with declining market relevance and internal cultural challenges. Nadella identified that Microsoft's problem wasn't just technological but cultural. He recognized that the company needed to shift from a know-it-all culture to a learn-it-all mindset. By redefining Microsoft's mission and embracing cloud computing and artificial intelligence, Nadella transformed the company from a stagnating tech giant into one of the world's most valuable companies. His problem-solving approach addressed both the strategic direction and the underlying cultural obstacles simultaneously. The multifaceted nature of problem-solving skills. Problem-solving encompasses a diverse set of competencies, including hard skills, technical expertise, data analysis, mathematical proficiency, and specialized knowledge relevant to your field. Soft skills: emotional intelligence, communication, active listening, empathy, collaboration, and leadership. Creative skills: imagination, lateral thinking, innovation, and the ability to connect seemingly unrelated concepts. The most effective problem solvers possess a balanced combination of these competencies, enabling them to approach challenges from multiple perspectives and devise comprehensive solutions. Real-life examples of transformative problem-solving. Case Study 1. Elon Musk and SpaceX's reusable rockets. When Elon Musk founded SpaceX in 2002, space exploration was prohibitively expensive, with each rocket launch costing hundreds of millions of dollars. The fundamental problem was that traditional rockets were discarded after a single use, similar to throwing away an airplane after one flight. Musk approached this problem by questioning the core assumption that rockets couldn't be reused. Through systematic analysis, creative engineering, and persistent iteration, SpaceX developed the Falcon 9 rocket with reusable first stages. This innovation reduced launch costs by approximately 80%, revolutionizing the economics of space exploration and opening new possibilities for commercial space ventures. The problem-solving process involved identifying the core issue: disposable rockets making space access unaffordable, challenging conventional assumptions. Rockets must be single-use, leveraging cross-disciplinary knowledge. Aircraft reusability applied to rockets. Iterative testing and refinement. Multiple failed landing attempts before success. Transforming failure into learning opportunities. Each crash provided valuable data. Case Study 2. Reed Hastings and Netflix's pivotal transformation. Reed Hastings, co-founder of Netflix, demonstrated exceptional problem-solving abilities when facing existential threats to his business model. Initially a DVD by mail service, Netflix encountered the challenge of emerging streaming technology and changing consumer preferences. Rather than clinging to the established business model, Hastings recognized the problem of potential obsolescence. He made the controversial decision to pivot Netflix toward streaming before the DVD rental business collapsed. This strategic problem-solving move involved anticipating future challenges, the inevitable decline of physical media, making difficult decisions, investing heavily in streaming despite initial profitability of DVDs, taking calculated risks, splitting the business into two services temporarily, learning from mistakes, the Quickster debacle and subsequent course correction, continuous adaptation, evolving into content creation to address new competitive threats. This forward-thinking problem-solving approach transformed Netflix from a mail-order DVD rental service into one of the world's leading entertainment companies with over 220 million subscribers globally. Case Study 3. Mary Barra's crisis management at General Motors. When Mary Barra became CEO of General Motors in 2014, she immediately faced a massive ignition switch defect crisis that had resulted in multiple fatalities. Instead of following the traditional corporate playbook of deflection and minimization, Barra approached the problem differently. Her problem-solving approach included acknowledging the full extent of the problem, publicly accepting responsibility, prioritizing transparency, testifying before Congress and meeting with victims' families, implementing systemic changes, restructuring the entire safety organization, addressing cultural root causes, shifting from a blame culture to a learning culture, making difficult decisions, recalling millions of vehicles despite the financial impact. By tackling the problem head-on with integrity and accountability, Barra not only managed the immediate crisis but transformed GM's safety culture and rebuilt consumer trust in the process. The scientific foundation of problem-solving cognitive processes behind effective problem-solving research in cognitive psychology has identified several key mental processes that underpin effective problem-solving. Problem representation. How we mentally frame and understand a problem significantly impacts our ability to solve it. Experts often represent problems differently than novices, focusing on underlying principles rather than surface features. Working memory. The cognitive system that temporarily holds information for processing plays a crucial role in problem solving. Research shows that effective problem solvers can maintain multiple pieces of information in working memory while manipulating them. Pattern recognition. Identifying similarities between current problems and previously encountered situations allows for faster problem resolution through analogical reasoning. Heuristics and algorithms. Problem solvers use both systematic approaches, algorithms, and mental shortcuts, heuristics, to navigate complex problem spaces efficiently. Metacognition. The awareness and regulation of one's own thought processes are essential for monitoring problem-solving progress and adjusting strategies when necessary. The neuroscience of problem-solving. Modern neuroscience has revealed fascinating insights into brain function during problem-solving. The prefrontal cortex plays a critical role in complex problem-solving, particularly in planning, organizing information, and evaluating potential solutions. The anterior cingulate cortex helps detect conflicts between competing potential solutions and monitors performance. The hippocampus supports memory retrieval of relevant past experiences that may inform current problem-solving efforts. The default mode network activates during periods of mind wandering, which can facilitate creative insights and novel connections between ideas. Dopamine release associated with the aha moment of solving a problem reinforces and rewards the problem-solving process. Understanding these neural mechanisms can help professionals optimize their problem-solving capabilities through practices that enhance brain function, such as adequate sleep, stress management, and cognitive training. Developing advanced problem-solving capabilities. Step 1. Cultivating problem identification skills. The first step in solving any problem is accurately identifying it. This requires systems thinking. Understanding how components interact within a larger system to identify the true source of problems rather than just symptoms. Root cause analysis. Techniques like the 5 whys, or fishbone diagrams to drill down to the fundamental causes of issues. Data-driven observation. Gathering objective information to understand the scope and impact of problems. Stakeholder engagement. Consulting with affected parties to gain diverse perspectives on the problem. Example: when Toyota faced quality issues in the early 2000s, They implemented a thorough problem identification process that revealed systemic issues in their rapid expansion strategy rather than just manufacturing defects. This accurate problem identification led to the implementation of their back to basics approach that restored their reputation for quality. Step 2. Structuring complex problems. Once identified, problems must be structured for effective analysis. Problem decomposition, breaking down complex problems into manageable components. Prioritization, determining which aspects of the problem require immediate attention. Boundary setting, defining the scope and constraints of the problem. Framework application, using established analytical frameworks like SWOT, Porter's 5 Forces, or McKinsey's 7S model to structure business problems. Example: when Indra Nooyi became CEO of PepsiCo, she structured the company's challenges into a framework she called Performance with Purpose. This structured approach allowed her to address multiple interconnected problems simultaneously, improving financial performance while advancing sustainability goals and developing healthier product offerings. Step 3. Creative solution generation. With a clear understanding of the problem, effective problem solvers engage in divergent thinking, generating multiple potential solutions without immediate judgment. Cross-pollination, borrowing concepts from unrelated fields to inspire novel approaches. Collaborative ideation, utilizing diverse perspectives to develop more comprehensive solutions. Constraint reversal, temporarily removing assumed limitations to explore unconventional possibilities. Example: when Paul Pullman took over as CEO of Unilever, he used creative problem-solving to address sustainability challenges. Instead of viewing environmental responsibility as a cost center, he reimagined it as a driver of innovation and growth. This creative reframing led to the development of the Sustainable Living Plan, which simultaneously reduced environmental impact while creating new market opportunities and reducing costs. Step 4. Analytical solution evaluation. After generating potential solutions, critical analysis becomes essential. Cost-benefit analysis, evaluating the potential return on investment for each solution. Risk assessment, identifying potential pitfalls and developing mitigation strategies. Feasibility studies, determining whether the organization has the capabilities and resources to implement proposed solutions. Scenario planning, testing how solutions might perform under different future conditions. Example: when Alan Mulally became CEO of Ford during the 2008 financial crisis, he systematically evaluated multiple options to address the company's financial challenges. Unlike competitors who accepted government bailouts, Mulally's analytical approach led Ford to mortgage all its assets to secure private financing before the crisis peaked. This calculated risk prevented bankruptcy and governmental control, positioning Ford advantageously when the market recovered. Step 5. Decisive implementation. The final step involves executing the selected solution. Clear communication, ensuring all stakeholders understand the solution and their roles. Resource allocation, providing necessary support for implementation. Change management, addressing resistance and facilitating adoption. Progress monitoring, establishing metrics to track effectiveness. Example: when Anne Mulcahy became CEO of Xerox in 2001, the company was nearly bankrupt with $17 billion in debt. After identifying and analyzing the problems, she implemented a decisive turnaround strategy that included difficult decisions like cutting 30% of the workforce and discontinuing multiple product lines. Her clear communication of the crisis and necessary changes gained employee buy-in despite painful adjustments, ultimately saving the company. Step 6. Continuous improvement. The problem-solving process doesn't end with implementation. Outcome evaluation, assessing whether the solution effectively addressed the original problem. Feedback incorporation, gathering insights from stakeholders to refine the solution. Iterative refinement, making necessary adjustments based on real-world performance. Knowledge capture, documenting lessons learned for future problem-solving efforts. Example: when Satya Nadella implemented Microsoft's cloud strategy, He established a continuous improvement feedback loop that allowed the company to rapidly evolve Azure services based on customer experiences. This iterative approach enabled Microsoft to close the gap with early market leader Amazon Web Services and establish itself as a dominant. The transformative impact of AI on problem-solving. Artificial intelligence is fundamentally changing how organizations approach problem-solving in several ways. Enhanced data analysis. AI systems can process vast amounts of data to identify patterns and correlations that might escape human analysis, providing deeper insights into complex problems. Prediction and simulation. Machine learning models can forecast outcomes of different solutions, allowing for virtual testing before real-world implementation. Automation of routine problem solving. AI can handle standardized problems, freeing human problem solvers to focus on more complex, nuanced challenges. Augmented human capabilities. AI tools can serve as cognitive extenders, complementing human creativity with computational power and data processing. Novel solution generation. Some AI systems can propose unconventional approaches by identifying non-obvious connections between concepts. Real-world examples of AI-enhanced problem-solving. Healthcare diagnostics. At the Mayo Clinic, AI algorithms analyze patient data to identify subtle patterns that may indicate early-stage diseases before they become apparent through traditional diagnostic methods. This AI-enhanced problem-solving has improved early detection rates for conditions like diabetic retinopathy and certain cancers. Supply chain optimization. Companies like Unilever use AI to solve complex supply chain problems by analyzing thousands of variables simultaneously. During the COVID-19 pandemic, these AI systems helped Unilever quickly adapt distribution networks to dramatic shifts in consumer demand patterns. Drug discovery. Pharmaceutical companies like Pfizer are using AI to solve the traditionally time-consuming problem of drug development. AI systems can analyze molecular structures and predict potential effectiveness against target diseases, significantly accelerating the identification of promising candidates for further research. Customer service enhancement. Companies like Zappos have integrated AI problem-solving into their customer service operations. Their systems analyze customer interaction patterns to identify recurring issues and suggest proactive solutions, improving customer satisfaction while reducing service costs. The new problem-solving partnership. Human plus AI. The most effective approach to problem-solving in the modern era involves collaboration between human intelligence and artificial intelligence. Humans excel at creativity, ethical judgment, contextual understanding, emotional intelligence, and establishing meaningful goals. AI excels at processing vast datasets, identifying non-obvious patterns, performing rapid simulations, and maintaining objectivity. When these complementary strengths are combined, the result is a problem-solving capability that exceeds what either humans or AI could achieve independently. Example: Goldman Sachs has developed a hybrid approach to solving complex financial problems. Their AI systems analyze market data and identify potential trading opportunities, while human analysts evaluate these suggestions based on qualitative factors, strategic considerations, and ethical implications. This partnership has led to more sophisticated investment strategies with better risk management. The evolution of problem-solving skills in an AI-enhanced workforce. As AI continues to transform the workplace, the nature of valuable problem-solving skills is evolving, from computational to conceptual. As AI handles more data-intensive analysis, human problem solvers must focus on framing problems effectively and interpreting AI-generated insights. From narrow to integrative, while AI excels at domain-specific problems, humans must develop the ability to integrate insights across disciplines and systems. From routine to novel. As AI automates routine problem-solving, humans must cultivate the ability to tackle unprecedented challenges with no historical data. From individual to collaborative. Problem-solving increasingly involves orchestrating teams of humans and AI systems, requiring advanced collaboration skills. From solution-focused to problem-focused. The ability to identify and frame meaningful problems becomes more valuable than executing known solution pathways. Ethical dimensions of AI. Enhanced problem solving. With the increased capabilities of AI comes greater responsibility in how it is applied to problem solving. Bias mitigation. Human problem solvers must ensure AI systems don't perpetuate or amplify existing biases when analyzing problems and proposing solutions. Transparency. Organizations must maintain explainability in how AI contributes to problem-solving processes, especially for high-stakes decisions. Accountability. Human oversight remains essential, as responsibility for problem-solving outcomes ultimately rests with people, not machines. Privacy considerations. Problem-solving with AI often involves sensitive data, requiring careful attention to privacy implications. Example: when UPS sought to optimize delivery routes using AI, they encountered ethical challenges related to driver monitoring and algorithmic management. Their solution involved developing a collaborative approach where drivers could provide feedback on AI-generated routes, creating a hybrid system that respected driver expertise while benefiting from computational optimization. Cultivating a problem-solving mindset. Characteristics of elite problem solvers. Research and observation of exceptional problem solvers across industries reveal common traits. Intellectual curiosity. A genuine interest in understanding how things work and why problems occur. Comfort with ambiguity. The ability to function effectively without complete information or clear guidelines. Resilience. Viewing setbacks as learning opportunities rather than failures. Cognitive flexibility. Willingness to abandon initially promising approaches when evidence suggests they're ineffective. Systems perspective. Understanding how various elements interact within larger systems. Balanced optimism. Believing problems are solvable while remaining realistic about constraints. Intellectual humility. Recognizing the limitations of one's knowledge and seeking diverse perspectives. Developing a personal problem-solving framework. Elite problem solvers typically develop a personalized approach that guides their process. Problem recognition triggers. Developing sensitivity to early indicators that something requires attention. Information gathering protocols. Establishing systematic ways to collect relevant data about a problem. Analysis rituals. Creating consistent methods for examining problems from multiple perspectives. Solution generation techniques. Employing reliable approaches to creative thinking when needed. Decision criteria. Establishing personal standards for evaluating potential solutions. Implementation planning. Developing templates for executing solutions effectively. Reflection practices. Creating habits for reviewing outcomes and extracting lessons. Example: Jeff Bezos developed a problem-solving framework at Amazon that includes working backward from customer needs, writing 6-page narratives to fully explore problems, and employing the disagree and commit principle for decision-making. This personalized approach has been instrumental in Amazon's ability to solve complex business challenges. Organizational cultures that foster problem-solving excellence. Leaders can create environments that enhance problem-solving capabilities. Psychological safety. Establishing an atmosphere where individuals feel safe sharing unconventional ideas and admitting mistakes. Diversity of thought. Assembling teams with varied backgrounds, experiences, and thinking styles. Learning orientation. Viewing problems as opportunities for organizational growth rather than threats. Resource allocation. Providing time, tools, and authority needed to address problems effectively. Recognition systems. Rewarding thoughtful problem-solving processes, not just successful outcomes. Example: Google's famous 20% time policy, which allowed engineers to spend 1/5 of their time on self-directed projects, created a culture where problem-solving could flourish outside formal structures. This led to innovations like Gmail and Google News, which originated as solutions to problems identified by individual employees. Problem-solving across different professional contexts. Leadership and strategic problem-solving. Executives and senior leaders face unique problem-solving challenges. Horizon problems. Issues that will emerge in the future but require present action. Trade-off dilemmas. Situations where all options involve significant downsides. Resource allocation puzzles. determining optimal distribution of limited organizational resources. Alignment challenges, ensuring organizational activities support strategic objectives. Example: when Hubert Joly became CEO of Best Buy in 2012, he faced the showrooming problem, customers viewing products in store before buying them cheaper online. Rather than seeing this as simply a pricing issue, Joly reframed it as an opportunity to transform the in-store experience. His Renew Blue strategy leveraged Best Buy's physical presence as an asset through price matching, store-within-a-store partnerships with major brands, and enhanced customer service. This strategic problem-solving approach turned around the company when many analysts predicted its demise. Technical and operational problem-solving professionals in technical roles encounter different problem-solving scenarios. System optimization, improving the efficiency of existing processes. Failure analysis, determining root causes of technical malfunctions. Integration challenges, ensuring compatibility between different systems or components. Scale problems, adapting solutions to handle increased volumes or complexity. Example: when Katherine Johnson worked as a mathematician at NASA during the space race, she solved critical technical problems related to orbital mechanics for the Mercury and Apollo missions. Her ability to work backward from desired outcomes to necessary calculations was instrumental in the success of these historic missions. Entrepreneurial problem-solving founders and small business owners deal with unique problem-solving contexts. Resource constraint challenges, achieving objectives with limited funding, time, or expertise. Market fit problems, aligning product offerings with genuine customer needs. Growth transitions, managing challenges that emerge as organizations scale. Competitive positioning, developing sustainable advantages in crowded marketplaces. Example: when Sarah Blakely founded Spanx, she encountered the problem of manufacturing her innovative shapewear product with limited resources and industry connections. Her solution involved personally visiting manufacturing plants until she found one willing to take a chance on her design. This resourceful problem-solving approach led to the creation of a billion-dollar company from an initial $5,000 investment. The future of problem-solving in an uncertain world, emerging challenges that will require advanced problem-solving as we move further into the 21st century. Several classes of problems will demand increasingly sophisticated problem-solving approaches. Climate adaptation, developing solutions to help communities and industries respond to climate change impacts. Demographic shifts, addressing challenges arising from aging populations in developed economies and youth bulges in developing regions. Technology integration, managing the social and economic impacts of accelerating technological change. Resource constraints, developing approaches to prosperity that operate within planetary boundaries. Social cohesion, finding ways to maintain societal unity amid increasing polarization and fragmentation. These challenges share common characteristics. They are complex, interconnected, involve multiple stakeholders with divergent interests, and have no clear, right, answers. They will require problem solvers who can navigate ambiguity, integrate diverse perspectives, and develop adaptive solutions. Skills for future-ready problem solvers. To prepare for these emerging challenges, professionals should develop futures thinking, the ability to anticipate potential developments and their implications. Ethical reasoning, capacity to navigate value-laden decisions where technical solutions alone are insufficient. Cross-cultural competence, skills to solve problems across diverse cultural contexts and perspectives. Technological literacy, understanding of emerging technologies and their potential applications. Adaptive expertise, the ability to transfer problem-solving skills to novel contexts. Example: Jacqueline Novogratz, founder of Acumen Fund, exemplifies these future-oriented problem-solving capabilities. Her approach to addressing global poverty combines business acumen with deep cultural understanding, ethical considerations, and innovative use of technology. By developing patient capital investments in social enterprises, she has pioneered problem-solving approaches that transcend traditional boundaries between non-profit and for-profit sectors. Preparing organizations for future problem-solving requirements. Forward-thinking organizations are adapting their structures and practices to enhance problem-solving capabilities. Scenario planning. Regularly exploring multiple future possibilities to build cognitive flexibility. Diversity initiatives. Intentionally building teams with varied perspectives and experiences. External partnerships. Collaborating with diverse stakeholders to access different problem-solving approaches. Skill development. Investing in training programs focused on advanced cognitive skills rather than just technical knowledge. Experimental culture. Creating safe spaces for testing novel approaches to emerging challenges. Example: Unilever has established a Future Leaders program that rotates promising employees through different functions, geographies, and business categories. This approach deliberately develops problem solvers with diverse experiences and perspectives who can address complex challenges from multiple angles. Conclusion. The problem-solving imperative as we navigate an increasingly complex and rapidly changing world. The ability to solve problems effectively has never been more valuable. Whether you're an executive making strategic decisions, a technical specialist optimizing systems, or an entrepreneur creating new ventures, your problem-solving capabilities will largely determine your professional success and impact. The good news is that problem-solving is not merely an innate talent but a learnable skill that can be developed through deliberate practice, exposure to diverse challenges, and thoughtful reflection. By understanding the fundamental principles of effective problem-solving and consistently applying them in your professional life, you can enhance your value to organizations and increase your career opportunities. In a world where artificial intelligence and automation are transforming many aspects of work, advanced problem-solving represents a distinctly human capability that will remain in high demand. The most successful professionals of the future will be those who combine technical expertise with the cognitive flexibility, creativity, and systemic understanding needed to address novel challenges. Every significant human achievement, from medical breakthroughs to technological innovations to organizational transformations, begins with someone effectively solving a problem. By developing your problem-solving capabilities, you position yourself to make meaningful contributions in whatever field you choose to pursue. As management expert Peter Drucker once observed, the most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. Similarly, the most important aspect of problem-solving is addressing what isn't immediately obvious. By developing the skills to look beyond symptoms to underlying causes, beyond conventional wisdom to innovative approaches, and beyond immediate fixes to sustainable solutions, you can become the kind of problem solver organizations increasingly need. The journey to problem-solving mastery is ongoing. There is always more to learn, new techniques to apply, and fresh challenges to tackle. But by committing to this journey, you invest in a capability that will serve you throughout your career and enable you to create